This is our second time at dancing at the wonderful Jamaica Dance Festival, and I think it's grown year to year. So we're so happy to be back. And this year we are presenting a new production called Kaleidoscope, and I'm joined by three lovely dancers, and I'll introduce them right now. We have Shruti Vandana Sharma, Ramya Shankaran, and Anugraha Sridhar. And a little bit about this production, Kaleidoscope, which we built it over the course of the last few years. Last year we premiered it. It's in development still, and as every piece, as every new work, it's always in development. We based it on nature, and as you know, we're enjoying our lovely weather, and so it was really influenced by what we're experiencing in the world, climate change. We compare nature to a kaleidoscope, which is an optical device that creates unique and ever-changing designs through shifting symmetrical patterns. In a similar way, we explore nature as an interconnected part that works together to create a complex whole, a beautiful balance of life and death, creation and rebirth that work together in harmony. When this harmony is shifted, the result is something totally new and something unexpected. Just as a kaleidoscope creates a new image, so too does nature constantly evolve. We start with the first piece, which is a creative interpretation of a very classical Indian dance piece called Alaripu in the Bharatanatyam tradition. And this Alaripu is set to a 7-beat cycle, and we depict nature in its full glory, from the sun, the flowers in the lotus ponds, and the bees hovering above to animals that roam our earth. So I'd like to invite Shruti Vandana and Ramya to present Alaripu.
Hit கிட்டத்தக்கதை காணும் வகை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதாம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை சூழவர் தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதாம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதாம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதாம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதாம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை கிட்டத்தக்கதாம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதாம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை 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 கிட்டத்தக்கதாம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை
The elements. The 5 elements: earth, air, water, fire, space, all combine to create the entire universe embodied by the figure of Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya invites the elements to create harmony and balance in nature. The scales remain balanced. Shoots sprouting from the earth, elephants playing in water, while the lion hunts nearby, monkeys doing their thing, birds flying in the sky. The imbalance, now this begins, and everything goes astray. Deforestation, excessive fishing, wildfires, air pollution, and more. The greed of man creates this imbalance in nature. Climate change causes the scales to tilt. Perhaps there is hope if we understand that we all are connected, that we all have responsibility for this earth. Here is Elements, presented by Sonali, Anugraha, and Ramya.
वसुन्धराय विद्महे भूतधत्राय धीमहि तन्नो भूमि प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सर्वप्राणाय विद्महे यष्टिहस्ताय धीमहि जलबिम्बाय विद्महे नीलपुरुषाय धीमहि तन्नो वरुण वरुण प्रचोदयात्। ॐ महाज्वलाय विद्महे अग्निदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो अग्नि प्रचोदयात्। ॐ आकाशाय च विद्महे नमो देवाय धीमहि तन्नो गगनं प्रचोदयात्।
ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ശിവായ നമഃ ശിവായ ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ശിവായ നമഃ ശിവായ ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ശിവായ നമഃ ശിവായ ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ശിവായ നമഃ ശിവായ ശിവായ നമഃ 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 ശിവായ നമഃ ശിവായ ഹര ഹര ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ഹര ഹര ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ധീം ഗിണകം ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ധീം ഗിണകം ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം ശിവായ ധീം ഗിണകം ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ധീം ഗിണകം ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ധീം ഗിണകം ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം ശിവായ ധീം ഗിണകം ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ധീം ഗിണകം ശിവായ നമഃ ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ ധീം ഗിണകം ശിവായ
That was Elements. Our next piece is called Echoes, and these are more personal anecdotes and stories and poems that affect us. It's a collage of personal stories and anecdotes about nature, choreographed and set to music by the dancers themselves. They are a personal reflection on how we as humans interact and create deep personal connections with the natural world. Shruti presents The Stars of My Youth. I present The Lady of the Sea. Anugraha presents A Flower's Plea. And Ramya presents The Caged Bird. Here is Echoes.
Amma, look what I read. Come in, dear. Look, my book says that stars make shapes. That means we can see animals in the sky? Yes, my dear, not only animals. Stars make shapes like humans. Objects. Isn't that amazing? For long, these objects have inspired poets, writers, scientists. When I was a child, I enjoyed with my friends stargazing, competing to find the constellations. Do you want to hear a story of constellations? There was a king, Cepheus, and his queen, Cassiopeia, who boasted that she was the most beautiful. Sea nymphs were enraged. They sent a whale to destroy the kingdom. The only way out was to sacrifice Princess Andromeda. But to her rescue came a prince, Perseus. killed the whale and married the princess. They both then rode the winged horse, Pegasus, and flew to the sky. But I can't see them anymore. All those stars are now hidden by the blanket of lights and pollution. Have the stars of my youth only become stories?
There once was a lady from the sea. Born from the corals, the tides, and the waves. Her home was expansive and powerful, vast and ever-changing. The ocean was her teacher. She felt she needed to teach the people from above these lessons from the sea. This is what she taught me. When surface life gets too much, when you are straddled in fear, solitude, anxiety, sadness, and regret, go deeper. Listen to the tempo of your heartbeat, to the space between each breath, like a dance. Navigate the seasons of life. Big things will come and go, some so beautiful, it breaks your heart to see them pass. Every moment is worth a celebration and a graceful goodbye. Life is both an ascent and a descent. I'm weightless.
Dikka
Please, please let me be. Why do you feel the need to steal and seize my freedom, my peaceful existence in Mother's Arboretum, feeding the bees as the breeze?
Please let me be.
Please, revealing my fragrance and leaving my color for all to see, to breathe so selflessly, yet selfishly you receive, then cheat me, treating me as an ornamental piece.
Please let me be. Please. Please let me be.
Ornamental piece. Just for your peace. Does my peace mean so little that you can't allow a mere defenseless flower to just be? Please, please, just let me be. The journey of 1,000 miles begins when she flaps her wings. A journey to the unknown fields in search of the bloom of spring.
Sarasajam Harsho
She is a free bird, never to be kept behind the bars, to display her beauty and grace.
कशिन्मानवागतो खगवनं पश्यन्मनौ चिन्तये मतेः अभिधिष्ठते प्रतिदिनं पृष्टो मनोजयते आलोचितवान् नरो खगवनं सम्पद्यते पञ्जरे. भक्षफलं तं पिबतु जलं तं सन्तोषयमाकायननाट्ये तं वशं मानवयति वदति मुकुलं देहे बन्धयति.
Her wings are clipped and her feet are tied. So she opens her throat to sing.
कुत्रागतवान् कुतोऽत्र मुक्तिः नातो पादपफला न च मधुरं जला चिन्तयते पञ्जरगतविहगो प्रयोजनं किं मम पक्षेभ्यो प्रयोजनं किं मम पक्षेभ्यो प्रयोजनं मम पक्षेभ्यो.
She sings of a world where cages are but illusion, where her dreams, like birds, are destined to fly high.
धरितमिदं पञ्जरबन्धं भोजं पेयं यद्यपि दत्तम् अन्तरङ्गवनविहारयेव शाश्वतसत्यं जीवननित्यं शाश्वतसत्यं जीवननित्यं शाश्वतसत्यं जीवननित्यम्.
Until then, I shall sing, dream, and hope.
Our concluding piece, the Tillana, reinterprets a classic rhythmic finale where we explore the concept of evolution from the Big Bang until the present day. Our universe was created from the Big Bang, and thereafter space expanded and simplest elements formed, ultimately creating stars and galaxies. Life on Earth can be traced to simple cells that was the foundations of all organic life, from plants and animals, and ultimately humans and the world as we experience it today. The Tillana.
I do have to turn the mic on for it to work. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sonali, well, why don't we just let the dancers introduce themselves, and then you can just tell us more, Sonali.
I'm Anugraha, and I'm from New Jersey. Oh, I've been dancing for about 23 years now. Yeah, thank you. I guess so.
Hi, this is Ramya here, Ramya Shankaran from New Jersey. I've been dancing for almost 3 decades now. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Shruti, also living in New Jersey, but almost more often I'm in Manhattan. So I've been dancing for almost the same three plus decades.
I'm Sonali Skandan, the artistic director of Jiva Dance, and I'm so happy to be working with such talented dancers. We've been working on this piece for Anugraha, started at 22, and it's evolved, it's developed. I'm so happy to have Ramya and Shruti with us, and we're so honored to be back in this wonderful venue for a wonderful, engaged audience. So thank you, Greg, for inviting us.
Okay, Sonali, you know I have some more questions. Come on. Yeah, come on. So, talk to us about the different forms of Indian dance. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the different forms because they are challenging.
So the form that we all are trained predominantly in is called Bharatanatyam, and it hails from Southeast India. And there are about 9 now classical dance forms of India. This is one of them. It is based on an ancient form, and the works that you saw are based on that form because that's the predominant form that we are all trained in. Anugraha is trained in another offshoot of that form called Bharatanatyam, so you might have seen some of the different movements she's done. In the works that we presented today, we've incorporated some martial arts, some gram technique, some yoga. So you might have seen all of that sort of embedded into the works because where the place that we come from is a place of growth and experimentation, I guess. We're always challenging ourselves, and we're all storytellers, as you saw. So sometimes the stories ask us to go beyond our form and challenge the form.
And what did or didn't happen? Well, first let me acknowledge that I saw the introduction of those different forms here on the stage, or at least I thought I did. It felt a little more expansive than before and stuff. Did the pandemic and having time to think and reflect and choreograph have anything to do with that?
So yes, I started working on this piece with Sonali in 2022, which was very much in the pandemic, and I think we all had the opportunity to work on something environmentally friendly as well, and we wanted to get that idea across, especially with what was happening in the world at that point in time. And this felt so relevant to take to an audience because I think we were all rethinking what's happening to the environment, what are we doing to the world, what is the world telling us. Yeah, like you said, I think it was definitely a reflection of what was happening around us. I think she would agree.
So this pandemic and everything explained us what not to do and what to look at, and it helped us to sit and research a lot and think the art in a different perspective, where it's like not like preaching, but it's like typically setting up an example what would happen if we still keep continuing to do. So that was about the elements, like to find a balance and to still we have time to get that balance and to think about how we react and act.
So I'll just speak a little bit about the echoes that we did, like the 4 individual pieces. So when we started thinking about that, we were thinking about our own perspectives about nature, and especially our individual perspectives. So you spoke about pandemic. Pandemic definitely gave us more time to think, but also as we grow, like our own life experience, right? So of course, when we start training in dance, it's more about what your teacher tells you. But our own experiences of life let us think as to how we can express those through dance. And this is how echoes started forming. So the piece that I did is actually a very much personal story. I did Stars of My Youth. And you can actually see my son sitting here, who is 6 years old. And unfortunately, I've not been able to show him a star-studded sky yet. Why? Because he was born and grew up in Singapore. It's a beautiful city and country, but we don't really see stars because there's just lights everywhere. And then we moved to New York, and unfortunately, again, if you're close to Manhattan, it was that similarity that actually struck me, that it's so similar to Singapore. Even after moving here, I cannot show him stars. And this is how it started forming. And so it came from very much personal experience, and then we started, I think, all of us, how to bring that through our dance. And that's why she said that sometimes it actually challenges us, because then to bring that story into a dance form, we have to think beyond our traditional training, and yet be within the boundaries that looks like that dance form. And then we all started bringing our own stories, and it kind of blended well because we all covered different elements like the space, the waters, the sort of land and air, and the bird. So it kind of blended in very well. So it's like our own stories that keep evolving, and that's what we love about creation in this dance.
Thank you.
Well, thank you again. All right. You guys have a great rest of the evening.